Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome to episode 2 of the Team Go Soccer podcast. Yes, we made it this far. Joining me today are Robbie.
This is crack.
James.
What's the crack?
Adam.
Hello.
Michael.
Salut.
And Aiden.
Hi.
Today we're going to be talking about the Banlist review.
Quotation marks.
Quotation marks, Banlist.
Meme review.
What little Banlist it was, anyway.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Subscribe to PewDiePie.
Yeah,
Don't let
T-Series.
T-Series win.
Subscribe to T-Series and PewDiePie and Team Series.
But not Go Soccer.
And not Go Soccer. So how are you guys today? How are we all doing?
Pissed.
Why is that, James?
The Banlist.
Ban pissed.
Construct.
Construct.
That's what everyone's thinking. Construct.
I think it's just you.
That's just everyone's thinking about
Those four
construct.
Shadal players.
Yeah,
really
those
sad.
four, yeah, the four Shadal players. A deck that has done nothing since Toronto 2014 is, well, not boss monster, but is still on the ban list.
This man has done his research and he is ready to go.
He's ready.
It only it's just annoying because it only works in Shadal Lightsworns and like Shadal Lightsworns aren't even a thing anymore, so why should it even be on the ban list?
This is the entire podcast. It's just
Yeah, it's just me
That's it,
ranting about
guys.
this. Like,
Times is actually
Yeah.
leaving the house right now.
Yeah.
He said his bit, he's
No.
gone.
yeah, that's it. No, shout out to Paulina for lending me those 4 constructs, but the ban list actually just kept it at 0. So,
Please unban grass.
yeah,
No.
grass as
No.
well.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
sad.
Oh, she has it as 2, do they?
No,
You just-
3, I think.
3, okay.
Yeah.
This is actually just going to be a podcast pointing at all the sore spots they poked at me.
Oh, yeah.
Although they brought out patchwork, so.
Yeah, happy days for
days.
James.
Me like you, Patchwork.
But seriously, no, firewall.
I'm
Yeah.
glad it's gone.
Why firewall?
Fucking.
Yeah. I don't think anyone is sad about that, except for maybe degenerate FDK players.
And David.
Oh, wait. I'm yeah, Aiden.
And Aiden. My word chalice deck, no!
But if they had hit Gumbler as well, they would have really been feeding the 2 birds with the 1 scone.
You just have to get that in there.
And Peter, hello.
1 point.
Stones.
He said scones in Mongol.
Huh?
I said scones.
Alright.
So how's everyone else doing?
My knee really hurts.
Does it, Adam?
I was very drunk last night and I walked into a wall, knee first, and fell over it and dropped 2 pizzas and my phone.
I witnessed
two
it, and it
pizzas.
was beautiful.
Yeah, the pizzas on my phone were fine. My knee, on the other hand, is not fine.
It
And now I
looks
can't
like-
walk in a straight line anymore.
It looks like a big red apple.
Yeah.
It does.
He got confused and started eating his knee,
I had
walking on his pizza.
I had to put frozen summer fruits on my knee for 2 hours. I had just a bag of summer fruits on my fucking knee. for
Okay, so
2
most
hours.
people in their freezer have a bag of frozen peas, but Robbie has a bag of frozen
I
summer
make
fruit.
smoothies, boy! I like smoothies!
I mean, you know what? It worked. My knee is not as fat as it would be.
That's fat with a PH for fat me. But make those hard T's for recording, right?
Oh, yeah, hard T's, they matter, man. They
My
matter.
knee too thick for my goddamn leg.
Well, I'm pretty good today anyway, and I think everyone who's listening will be pretty good as well because
No, they won't, they're listening to this.
He's not wrong.
All of our 3 listeners who maybe enjoy the podcast.
Can't wait to self-deprecate ourselves.
That's how you get famous, right?
But hey, you can hear us now, so that's pretty good. It turns out last time the reason my quality was so bad was because I had I bought this mic for like €80 last year, and I used it for recording loads of shit, and it was great. And then suddenly it took like a nosedive around the end of last year, and I was like, that's really weird. Like, why did that happen? So I was messing around with it, couldn't get it to work. So I was like, fuck it, we'll use it for the podcast anyway. Sounded like shit, whatever. But yesterday I was like just messing around my laptop, and I was like looking at settings, and I was just trying to like re-record and get some stuff up, and I was like, there's a button here. It lets you change between the mics that you're using.
And
Oh no!
Or the other button that turns on the microphone.
So I was
would
I was recording with my laptop mic for the entire podcast. Holy shit.
Team Cuphead, ladies and gentlemen.
TLDR, Oisín's a mong.
Just a little bit.
No, I'm small with my...
Oh, she upstairs at
So,
microphone.
since last week, Oisín's stupidity has come off the ban list.
Thanks to everyone
It's now
who-
semi-limited.
Thanks to everyone who listened last week as well and who gave us like feeders and like what tips, you know, and stuff like that. So that was really nice. And shout out especially to Kieran Shields, Luke Lennon, Icom Dureo, whatever his name is. You know who you are.
Wow.
It's hard.
Where is it?
You made him sad.
Here, I know. I'm sorry. Icom.
Oh, no,
20 minutes of the team goes.
Yeah.
Let me try reading this in an
Yeah.
accent, and
Yeah.
it might...
No,
No,
no, this is no.
Okay.
It's-
No.
The slurs are.
I was
Okay.
gonna say Achan!
Okay.
He seems nice, but I just can't. Maybe like DM me how to pronounce your name or
my
something.
God.
I'll give you a proper shot at next
We're
time.
already berating our fans on episode 2.
And quotation marks again on those that fans word.
Oh my god. So let's get into the meat of the discussion. The ban list. What do you guys think of it? What's your overall?
It's
thoughts
just
on it?
Konami fixing their mistakes. That's all it is. It's not a ban list. It's just we fucked up. Like it's.
I think it was a bit half-arsed.
Yeah.
wasn't
Well, no,
extensive,
like they had polls up and they had their interns deciding on like what
It
cards
was like
to
they
go.
decided, oh yeah, okay, we need a list, but then forgot what the word band meant.
Yeah.
and then confused it with the word emergency.
They hit half the problems. They were like, the rest of them are fine. Who cares? They're still FD. I don't care.
No, we have to have
Yeah.
some unhealthy cards in here so people have something to complain about. This is fine.
If they can't complain about nothing, the game's healthy, and then no one will complain at us.
Yeah.
They were all too
I
busy
just-
wanking off that they had to give Snake to Nintendo again, and then forgot
Yeah.
they had other properties. I mean, they made a balls of fucking Metal Gear Solid already. Let's make a balls out of Yu-Gi-Oh!
No, I can just imagine Konami's office, and it's just loads of like greasy nerds going through boxes, and one just takes out Cosmo, Dark Destroyer's like, oh look at this, what the fuck is this band?
And they look at
Was
Construct
it not band? Sorry, what was it? Semi-limited?
yeah, and they look at
Yeah,
Construct
so-
like, back in your box. Back in your box.
Yeah.
Construct.
Construct makes no sense, but we've already had that conversation.
No,
I'm
they've
not-
forgotten that one existed.
Yeah,
So they don't know
that's
it's
what
there.
they've done.
And OCG literally have full power Shadal.
Uh,
Everything's a
and yeah, man, do you see all
What's
they
it
talk?
do? Yeah.
Is that locals that died like in Shanghai?
The two
They
big
came
things
6
that
out of 6 people.
The two big things that really confuse me about the ban list is that one relation to Construct. In I think it was Shadows of Valhalla, they reprinted Winda and they reprinted Shadal Fusion. So it's like,
Yeah,
why
no,
are you reprinting these
no.
cards if you're not going to do anything with them?
Not only that, I actually built a pure Shadal deck just there a while ago in preparation because they actually released that new Shadal Link Monster, which is no. It's instead it's El Shadal Construct is banned,
It's
and that's
really-
called Shadal Construct, and it's a light. And it's a Shadal, so it's like, and it gives you a free fusion summon.
That's how they
fr-
don't- that's
gives
how
you a
they
free
don't have
fusion
it.
summon from Shadals on your hand or in your field. So everything was like, yeah, this is just basically letting you summon out constructs just for like, and then you special summon them back and you have 2 free link zones. But no, they're just like, fuck you, let's just pretend we're bringing it back. It's fucking, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Thanks for bringing that up,
You are
Michael.
so blue balled right now. I'm sorry.
man, that's
You
just-
can, you can feel the pain.
Yeah, because it's not even like I don't like playing all those meta decks and just they're hitting
Those
the
darn meta decks, those darn
Yeah.
Get your roller gas out of mash and all that.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. This
Personal
is what they ban,
fusion,
like
more like Shadal fusion.
There
like
was a second
Gumbler
one.
still at full power, and then like just
Be gone.
Shadals aren't. Like just no.
Be gone thought.
So your biggest loser for the ban list was Shadal's.
Yeah, just I don't know. I think I watched and looked at a lot of predictions, and nearly everyone who didn't forget the card existed said El Shadal Construct should come off because it's doing sweet FA.
The other second thing I thought that they would definitely unban on the ban list was Chaos Emperor Dragon, considering they got an errata. But a lot of people are saying the reason was because the errata jump promo version isn't available in Europe yet. Which
It also
would
hasn't been shipped to everybody in America yet.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, but
The
I mean,
card
they've,
deck's
they've,
been-
hit, they've hit and released things preemptively before with Plant FTK and stuff, so I don't understand why
And
it
it was
would
the
be
same
such a big
thing
deal. Yeah.
with Altergeist. The Altergeist, when they did change the wording of the cards, they were legal before they were reprinted with.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Legends.
errated them and then they weren't. The errated versions came out to BLR, so there was like another month where like they were illegal. They had to explain to everybody, no, it does this.
It doesn't actually do
I
what it
promise.
says.
It's like, oh, it says this though. I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't do that. It does this, and everyone was like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, it does. Stop.
It's the same thing with Grand Soil. I think the Grand Soil was released like 2 weeks after the ban list. The Freedom, like he wasn't out. His errata version wasn't out, but they still took him off the list. I mean, I don't understand.
No, I think a big part of it is Konami. The only thing they can do consistently is fuck up. But when they do something good in the past, they're not going to repeat it. They're like, oh, that worked. Let's not do that again.
But keep in mind, there's like the next ban list is the end of January, so maybe then we'll get a Chaos Emperor Dragon on ban.
Which
But
even,
Or
what
should I
actually, what? No, that's not going to happen. That ship has sailed. But I also sailed the patchwork ship sailed. But I don't know.
I mean, the patchwork ship came to dock really late though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very.
very 2 years.
It took its time.
2 years. That's pretty
2
harsh.
years.
But I think what they're gonna do is because that what's the name of that new thing that's coming out this weekend?
Brent,
The
Neo Space Connection?
no the
Summon
Omega one.
Sorcerers.
No,
Summon Sorcerers.
the Omega one. the Amiga Link, or is that not going
That's
out?
not. That's Link Ray
no, that's
Tracks.
not
Yeah,
for a
that's
long
not for like
okay.
3 years at this
Oh.
point.
Oh, that's another patchwork. No, I think I thought that was actually coming out in this new one. I thought they were just gonna bring that out. Everyone buys it, ban it in January.
Yeah. So what things do you think the Banlist fix?
It fixed
Firewall.
degeneracy and firewall. and
It
just-
didn't fix anything.
fix a lot,
It-
no.
because they still have Gumlar for 6 decks and
Yeah.
Bongo bongo.
Oh, and that hilarious FTK as well with
I gave Dragon.
I gave-
Player Metal.
yeah, I gave you Dragon.
I
I
Yeah.
fucking
The-
gave you my Agave Dragon.
The Zephyr one.
Say no one will
Yeah,
know.
it's insane. So like
Oh,
you play
it's
with
on
Dark
podcast
Warriors
now. It's immortalized on the internet.
It's played with like Dark Warriors or Heroes and stuff. It's not that consistent, but I mean it's there. I don't know like how consistent it is. I haven't done any like tests on
It's
it.
very fragile.
But
It's
is it?
fragile. It dies to like one hand drop. Like,
Oh well, then we have Called by the Grave
and
3.
its board is also gack. Like if you hand drop it, the board it ends on is terrible.
Yeah,
It doesn't end like a negate or anything. It just ends on fucking nothing. Like.
but we do have Called by the Grave 3 right now.
Called by
That's
the
thing,
Grave.
So.
Yeah, but it was
That also
pretty
helps.
ridiculous for them to put that to, like such a random number to put it to 2.
The
as
same
well.
limited, then went,
Yeah.
oh shit, whoops, and then they like unlimited immediately.
I mean, to
I
be
don't
That
fair,
was
it
just
should
the
be
only
a
reason
three.
they put
I
that
don't
back to
think it
3 is
should be
public backlash. Like it has
Yeah.
to be.
I don't think
And
it
the
should
thing
be a
is-
3 at all though.
I think it should be banned. I think if it's just going to come up and be more problematic as we get more degenerate combo decks. It's just going to be degenerate, and those combo decks going forward, it's just not a future procurement.
I don't think that should be banned. I think like you could probably limit it, but like
If it
there's
was
way
a-
more like
What's the point? It would
It'd
just
be
be Saki then,
It'd be
right?
Saki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one would play it.
I think the only
Like,
reason
people
it's
play
still
it,
it's
just
still like there is just because there is so many hand traps and stuff, and I think they
Yeah.
thought, oh, when we have this card, it's just an anti-hand trap, but everyone was like, actually, no, you can use it for so many
When-
other
when
things.
did,
Like,
when was like Ash and like when did hand traps kind of reach that prevalency when everyone thought
probably Spiral for a
that
while.
they were a load of shit?
yeah spiral
Like
format.
Spiral. I'm not sure. Like
People
the
didn't
need,
really
the
play
need
them
for
against-
Call by the Grave came around when everyone started complaining about hand traps, and now that everyone's complaining about combo decks that are just unbreakable boards. People are giving out about Call by the Graves and want hand traps again, so it's kind of
Yeah,
always
it's
going to be
about it,
shifting from
yeah.
that. We want
But I
hand
think
traps,
like
we
when you
want
think
hand
about
traps.
it, you've only got like called, which is like a really quick, effective way of stopping a hand trap, and then like how many hand traps varieties you can run like 3 of.
I think people play.
Yeah.
Fucking 6.
What's
But-
that also that mind? It's the trap card that stops hand cards being activated in the hand. It's like skill drain.
Mind drain.
Mind drain.
Mind drain.
That's it.
That's things like that I've seen as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think like you can have really like I think personally draw and like effect veiler like they're like you can play through them, play around them. Like effect veiler is what during their main phase only.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of like you wouldn't
Unless
really-
you're degenerate, Michael, and you play double reincarnation and troll someone.
Well, yeah, I think if hand traps go in that kind of direction where they're kind of more like not do them whenever you want to, like it can kind of free up. Like it's not gonna be a battle anymore. Like of no, we want hand traps. No more hand traps.
I think for how fast the game has become, I think hand traps are just
They're
necessary.
necessary.
Like they
Yeah.
are necessary.
They're
Like
necessary.
can you imagine playing against like the Astrograph Pendulum Magicians without hand traps? Like what do you do? Like you just
It's the same with FTKs and
yeah.
Ulins.
It's
and
not,
then-
like they are necessary evil.
Imagine every single time that a goalkeeper tried to make the Uling board, you had 0 hand traps that didn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
you would just, they'd go first, they'd go normal suplex effect, and you would lose.
I
Like,
think the time when people
it's
hated
shit
hand
for-
traps the most was just after Ash came out, when the best hand trap, and there weren't many other good ones, was about 80 quid, and you had to pay that,
Yeah.
like 300, 240 wall to get into that,
To get to the
those
map.
Yeah.
hand traps.
And one of you put it up today. It's like Ash might be getting a common print.
Yeah,
Like,
It's
that's-
a new structure deck, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna.
In OCG. they
the
got
OCG structure.
They're either gonna do
Oh,
what
OCG.
happened with the droll thing, where they're not gonna give us the
They're
card,
changing
or they're gonna do what they did
the
with the zombie one, and like they kept anti-spell, they kept massive straight, like
Yeah.
some pretty cool reprints, like that are like anti-spell was what like 5 or 6 quid before.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
it's,
think I
it's
saw like
quite
some
heavy.
structure deck had like Gozen in it and stuff. I was like,
No, they got reprinted in the Hidden Summoners pack.
And they might get the Salmon Grey one as well, because
Yeah.
the Salmon Grey one in OSG.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
solid. Like,
Actually, we're due a good set. Like the last ones haven't been that good actually.
Hidden Summoners has been mediocre.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Soul Fusion was pretty good, except the whole selling point was just calling the dragon.
Yeah.
Flames of Destruction
which
was
I
the,
packed a
Flames
grand
of
total
Destruction
of
was the
like
best
2
main
cards
set we've
for.
had in a long time.
it's the best set of the year, in my opinion, because it had so much generic shit that all the decks were like, the Nightmares changed the game forever.
Yeah.
Gold Spell's a really good hand trap. Impermanence is fucking mental. Like, all these insane good cards came out in Flood, and Flood was just such a broken, insane set. Like, it made Goki the best deck for a long time.
Best
It
deck
made
with-
Spirals usable again.
It made Spartacus playable again, yeah.
Yeah, that deserves a medal if anything else.
Spiral doppelganger.
Okay,
effect.
Yeah.
Also, it added like just good staples to the game because we didn't have that many like great extra deck link staples.
Or they
Yeah.
were way too specific.
It also had
and
red
stuff,
reboot
so-
and Sekka's Light, so it had red reboot for all your fucking trap decks, like no trap for you. And then Sekka's Light changed BA forever. Like Sekka's Light made BA not run a bunch of floodgates and traps and shit, which is what it was doing before.
Yeah.
It was like flip skill drain, flip anti spell, flip all this shit.
Flip
It was
right where
just
Rian goes in.
Activate pot of greed, draw a bunch of fucking bomb cards. Like
And Super Heavy Samurai. Don't forget Super Heavy Samurai.
what?
Super Heavy Samurai. They played Psycho's Light as well.
Oh shit!
'Cause everyone loves Super Heavy Samurai, right?
I love attacking
No.
defense.
Of all, the
positions.
examples, of all the examples you could have given, super Mermail run it as well. You're like super heavy samurai. Run this card.
Actually, they have some like hand loops and stuff. There's some like serious hand loops.
They did.
on
I
foot
don't
as
think they
well.
do anymore. I
Do
think
they?
I think there was some fucking hit on the balance. I think it might have been Firewall that like made that not happen.
Of course it was Firewall.
Yeah.
Firewall made many things happen and
They
not
can
stop.
still
Yeah.
do stuff without
It was,
firewall.
it was Goblin. When Goblin got hit, that hand loopy thing kind of stopped being as good.
Yeah,
Not that it
kinda
was
shit
ever
itself
amazing
on
anyway.
all.
It was never amazing anyway, but like
I mean, to be fair though, like hitting one of the nightmares wasn't really enough. IMO.
Well, I think
The nightmares are quite fair.
Like
yeah,
I mean,
they
but
hit
they're-
Goblin, didn't they?
They hit Goblin banned, and then everything
Phoenix
else
and
was
Unicorns
left
were
alone.
good.
I think.
Goblin was the most unfair one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it
were an
was
extra normal. They
completely
let you.
it also
Like-
helps. It also helps that everything in format targets, and Goblin was like no target over you. So
Yeah.
like
It was a generic Seraphonite. Like
Yeah,
imagine,
pretty much.
imagine if Seraphonite was a rank 4 and that's what Goblin was.
generic
More
Seraphonite
yeah.
or less.
gives you a
But
draw.
more generic.
But
Yeah,
it's
they
even
do draw
like
and
easier to get
protections.
out because it's just 2 of anything. And
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but you can't go around. You can't go around saying that like all these cards are broken because then you're just gonna have decks that are just loads of vanilla monsters.
Yeah,
Like,
this-
you need
this
to have
is
some
my
power.
problem
Like
with,
We're back in Firefist format.
yeah, like
The
imagine
problem with
Dino
the
with if like everyone's like, oh, Conductor is like way too powerful. Just, okay, no more dinos.
Yeah.
The problem with Nightmares seems to be to me that like when Synchros came out, when Xyz first came out, like they were all like pretty. They weren't underwhelming, so to say, but they were all quite. Like yeah, you'd summon them because they're worth the materials, but it's not because there was anything better available. And Power Creep can like hit them quite quickly, like when Castel came out, and then I think Honor Arc kind of power crept that out of the way, and then like the Nightmares are here. Like what are they gonna power creep the Nightmares with? Because we're already complaining that the Nightmares are busted.
Mm.
So how are they gonna power creep the Nightmares and like how are they gonna power creep things like Firewall and Gunfire that
Like you would have said this about you since the dawn of time though. They're like, oh, this deck's fucked. How are they ever gonna make this worse? And then they go and make it worse. They go for it to be even more broken. Like
Yeah.
they've been doing it since the dawn of fucking time. There was a time when BLS was fucking insane and could never come off the balance. Now it's at 3.
I will bring this back. One
it's
day.
just like what does that say about
Yeah.
the way the game is gonna go if
Power
a
creep.
year into Master of 4 and these are already like the busted link monsters we have to deal with.
But I mean,
what's
how
gonna happen?
how do you fix that?
It's,
Like,
it's
do you
something
bring in
can't-
set rotation or something like that? Like
I think
it's-
set rotation make a lot of people angry just because Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that people put a lot of money into. And if set rotation comes around, those cards that people put a lot of money into, like they have their collective value still, but if they can't be played, then
Maybe we should just stop and just play Magic.
Podcast over, guys. Let's go.
announcement:
Team-
Robbie has
yeah.
been kicked from Team.
I was joking.
LF1 mono red deck, please.
I think,
Yeah.
I think people would be so mad if Yu-Gi-Oh could have brought in set rotation.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
It's
like
just
just
random,
set-
I think the thing that attracts a lot of people. Well, I wouldn't say attracts a lot of people about Yu-Gi-Oh, but like you can sit down and you can have a look through thousands and thousands of cards, and you could find something like that time when fucking Gunblare first came out, and I was joking with you in the chat and said, "Oh, Gemini Elves, what a stupid card that could counter Gunblare," and then some dude fucking played it in an event and
Yeah.
did really well. Like, there's just those random cards that you're always just gonna find that came out like years and years ago.
There's like 9,000,
There's
10,000
so
different
many.
cards.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And it's
Um,
cool because it always leaves room for discovery.
Like
and
even-
no room for
Actually,
creativity.
a good example of that was
Yeah,
Uh,
Sulcus as well.
Yeah.
a few months ago. Me and Lenny were messing around. I had like a shoebox of like 10-year-old cards, probably some newer as well. But I was just making this like most ridiculous thing ever. I found 2 gems. I found what's that trap called? It lets you show each other's. It lets you show each other their hands. I have to look the name of this up. It's really annoying me. No, you activate it, and each turn you have to show your opponent your hands.
Oh,
First
yeah.
card buyer.
Respect play. Is
The
it?
respect
No,
play.
yeah,
I found
yeah.
respect play, and I found moisture creature.
I remember
before,
that. That was
that was
busted.
before it got it. It was because the card didn't have the what's it, an errata.
It didn't have the problem solving.
Yeah, it didn't have it didn't have it on it. So it was like use monsters from either side of the field to special summon this, and then it's just like, this is the best card ever. Why is no one playing this?
Hello, Kaiju.
There's just so many cards like that are just so funny. And there's like the Malefiferous Cutlery set. It's like Malefiferous Fork, Knife, Spoon. It's just
I have a mate who.
so many great cards.
I have a mate who this says nothing, but he topped locals with Malefiferous Cutlery in Gamers like 2 years ago. What a madman! He just played as like a rank 3 turbo deck.
Jesus.
He didn't. I don't think he came first. But he came like second or
Did he
third.
play Dante?
Probably.
Yes!
Yeah.
Represent.
Did he play Zenmains?
He, probably actually. I'd
So
say.
he better play Zenmains.
Question:
He's the guy
What
who gave
was
me my scapegoat tokens, which I love.
oh ye.
Harry, yes.
What was in Duos Alliance format? What were the big 3 decks again? It was
Shaddoll,
Shaddoll,
Hey!
EA, and
Cleaford.
Clifford. Do you think that like Dante
And
every now and
Towers.
again just likes to shake his dick at towers? And
Yeah.
be like, hey, look at how good I still am, you assholes.
Underclock counts you, but not me, fucko.
He'd probably do the same to Construct, but she's locked up in Fort Knox.
Yeah.
She's like, haha, you got a link monster and you're still shite.
Yeah.
Haha, my link monster's broken, yours is gay.
My link monster won't leave Japan.
He's too good for it.
Okay, so we're moving into YCS Milan now this weekend, and we have Aiden and Kian from the team are going. So best luck to you guys. What do you guys think the best?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What do you think the best deck of the format is going to be, and what do you project will be the most played decks of Milan?
Some form
Striker,
of
nice.
Sky Striker.
Striker.
Gumbler FTK.
No, Striker.
Striker James.
Yeah, Shaddoll. Paulina with her 4 constructs. Nothing else.
It's the first YCS after a Banlist, and they're always kind of like a bit weird because everyone's like, oh god, what's the best deck, and everyone kind of like has to work it out.
I think this is going to be different though, because there was
everyone's
one
just
ban
gonna-
card, one limited card.
Well, that fucked up the entire format because we have no FTKs or anything like that.
Everyone's
Ah,
just
you still
gonna
do,
grab
like,
the
there's
striker.
like, you still
Some
have
poor
Gumbler.
bastard
Yeah,
bought
that's
a
true.
bunch of fucking like stuff like Firewall and everything, and Banlist came out right before YCS. He spent all this money, and he's just gonna go like, "Oh fuck, I can't go now." Like
Shout out.
like no.
Shout out to team member Sean Colgan, who before the last ban list bought a Firewall Dragon for €8, and he was like, he was like, oh man, this is gonna be like, it's not gonna be banned. We're fine. And everyone was like, no, it's definitely getting banned. You're an idiot. But he plussed so fucking hard.
We didn't plus anymore.
Yeah.
For like,
Banlist
but
plus.
between those two ban lists,
He didn't plus anymore because Lenny's about to eat the card.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, Adam, tell us about that.
So me and Cormac Adams made a little gentleman's agreement that if Firewall got banned the next list, I was so confident it wouldn't that I would eat one. And then last week on the podcast, I got outed because before it was like a gentleman's agreement where I would do it out of the goodness of my heart, whereas now it's been recorded, it's in history, I have no choice but to do it now.
No
So
one forgets
now
on the
I have a
internet.
Firewall upstairs waiting to go in my mouth.
Sorry, it's in the microwave. I decided to preheat it for you.
Okay, Firewall isn't an innuendo for something. It's like an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card, yeah.
No,
Yeah, okay.
I have to eat an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card now.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Can I
So,
make a sandwich with it?
It's
Use it as the bread.
Filled with nutrients.
Let's get this bread.
You
guys
use
can
2
smell
gumblers as the bread. And
Yeah.
Looking for 2 gumblers.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you guys project to be the best deck? I think a lot of people will fall back on comfort picks like Striker, Trickstar Striker, stuff that was good last format that people have experience with last format. They know will perform.
There's
The Striker will
definitely
always
a
perform.
VBA, like
Yeah,
Definitely.
pop up.
High representation means high success, and
What?
I think Strike Me most represents, so it'll do the best.
Yeah.
overall, I think.
It'll be Striker, Altergeist, Thunder Dragon, then the combo deck,
Burning
and
Abyss.
then BA will be floating around.
It's a triangle format to an extent where it's like Altergeist, Thunder Dragon, and Striker, because Altergeist beat Thunder Dragon easily, Thunder Dragon beat Striker not as easily, but they beat them, and Sky Striker just out resource Geist and kill them, and
But the thing is, Striker have a better matchup against all the rogue decks.
that's what I'm saying is like Striker, they just out resource everything because they just gain advantage so easily, and I think Rongo Bongo and Gumblar Turbo are going to be floating around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Rongo
that's-
Bongo.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few niche FTKs in because people are going to be like, oh, no one's going to be playing FTK. Like,
Well, there's
Firewall,
Gem Knight
yeah.
FTK
Gemini
and
FTK.
Zephyra FTK still exists. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Gem
And
Knight
then
FTK.
Cold Buy is back up to
they're
Gem
both, they're
Knight,
both
so-
quite inconsistent though.
Gem Knight's a great actually.
Gem Knight FTK is
Gem
not
Knight's a
racist.
great chart for this event. 'cause
Gem Knight's cool.
Mm.
It's like not hit at all. It's actually got more power from call by a 3, and no one knows how to play against it and what to hit.
The biggest issue is Thunder Dragon for that deck because the deck searches so much, and like
Yeah.
if you can't go block dragon effect, search fucking 3 cards, then what can you do really?
Book of Eclipse.
You just go Book of Eclipse.
I mean, yeah, if you make Curious 10 Book of Eclipse and then add it back, then that's fine.
Can
But
you
like,
make Curious for that Book of Eclipse? Without searching monster?
I'd say so.
if you open well, I think you can.
Rescue Captain or Rescue.
You
Brand
can,
or
but it'd be
something.
very difficult. Like
If
you're playing a few double summons and like that trigger.
You definitely can, but you have to open like
So
really,
Sarath
really well.
likes to do
As far as I know.
something.
Like
Yeah.
normal summon Giant Rex, double summon Globe Bulb, and then special hat trigger from hand to make
Super
Curious.
summon champion.
Yeah.
So I think definitely Striker would be the most represented.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Rongo Bongo will still be there.
I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be strong. I think it'll be
Yeah.
like 1 or 2 just floating around.
Be
I
very
don't think
fragile.
Mongo's as good as people say it is right now.
I think.
I think
think
it's hard to like out once it's there, but you can interrupt it fairly
Yeah,
easily.
it's-
I've seen so many people play it and then they get interrupted and they just like pass.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a shock factor thing. You're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, this person's playing.
Oh
this.
wait,
It's
I'll
like,
see where this is going. Oh wait, now I have an invincible card to deal with. Fuck.
Like, do you remember? We went to the Open and there was this girl playing super heavy freight chains, and then everyone she went against was just like, "What the hell do I do?" Like, you know, I had not prepared for
I
this.
remember
Like,
her,
yeah.
yeah.
Remember that, yeah.
Everyone was
She
like-
ended up doing quite well. She
Yeah,
was
because
like-
no one knew what the fuck to do.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of what Rongo Bongo has. Like, it's just like,
Surprise! I
Yeah.
am Rongo. I
Well, I
am
think
here.
everyone knows Rongo.
I think
yeah,
it's-
I think I'd be too busy laughing like that they're playing that deck. To actually,
I don't think it has like
strategy.
the same shock factor it did before, where it's like now everyone's kind of preparing for it and everyone's citing like things like XYZ Encore and stuff that I wouldn't like.
XYZ Encore shout out. It's $8 in America now for some reason.
Mm.
Still 20 cents here though. Woo.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, I have one at home. It's
Yeah,
20
load up,
cents.
lads, load up. Just buy loads of card market.
Let's put it to rest, by the way. Exquisiancore affects the materials, not the card.
Told you.
You didn't. You said it affects the player.
It's
You
fine.
did not tell me.
Oh no, I'm going to the shadow realm.
He's detaching my materials. No.
My arms.
Goodbye, Exodia.
Yeah. Your opponent can play his deck if he has no arms.
Like summon the left leg of your opponent.
This is why I always cite chainsaw.
So
Like a chainsaw.
Edge and chain.
And duct tape just in case they get you. They cherries it.
Cherries your leg.
Yeah. Neither player has any legs. Or cherries the legs, you cherries their arms.
Activate wheelchair.
In defense position. Don't forget.
sideways, like cranes his neck.
This is falling apart so fast.
Okay, so moving swiftly onwards, we've established what we think the best decks will be. What decks do you think might sneak in some top?
Crusadia, all the way. It will be there. Some guys will be there, just stopping all the low tier players from getting any higher. Some dude will show up and just be like, pure Crusadia, have the Mech Knight engine in there. Fine, right? You know what? Fuck yourself. You're not going anywhere. You're gonna get to like table 40 and just end. That's it.
Konami just hired
Just drop
Crusadia
them.
players as
That's
security.
it,
Like, that's it.
I think he's legitimately correct as well.
No,
Will
seriously,
do
I
very
I
well.
would totally go with what I have for Crusadia.
We'll all go around the table. Everyone call out a rogue deck that you think will make a big appearance at the YCS Milan. So James.
I don't know, like, there's always going to be like 20, 30 people playing Dark Magician lists and just walked in off the street, so I'm probably going to say, like, they're like, Yu-Gi-Oh, I have some Dark Magicians.
Just like
I'm
pulling
gonna
out
say,
moldy cards out of
there's
their
gonna
pocket.
some random guy playing Dark Magician is gonna sneak into like top 32 or something like.
So Robbie's got Crusadia.
I picked that for fucking sure.
Well, like-
there's no way they're not going to show up. Like,
I'm not gonna say Fluffle, so.
well, I mean, they would though.
Yeah.
You're going to see people playing that too.
I think ABC might sneak
Oh.
in at top.
I don't know.
Because they have, what, A back at 3
There'll be a
again?
lot of people excited to play ABC again.
Yeah,
but
and
Yeah.
ABC is such a nut stack.
It is good.
Like, even before we had, like, good consistency cards for ABC, like, Nightmare is really good for ABC. Even
Very
before we had
good.
those, people just, like, just when the structure deck came out, people loaded up their deck with, like, loads of fucking traps.
So just play
The
shit
deck-
on floodgates.
Yeah. And, like, the deck's still stuck in a few
Just
tops.
The deck can
Yeah.
play skill drain. The deck can play rivalry. Can play gozen. Like.
I think ABC is really good as well for the game in general because it's a really budget deck. Like
it's
a
a very
budget
fair
deck. So like people getting into the game, they can actually do decent rather than just coming
Just buy
in and
3
being
structure
like
decks.
getting
Yeah.
absolutely destroyed by everyone. Like
We need good fair 3 structure decks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Dino and
ABC.
ABC, not like Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring back Monarch.
Yeah.
Please don't bring back
Aiden
Monarch.
rogue deck.
I'm gonna say Gem Knight. Shout out to Vladis.
Yeah.
I think it's got a really high power ceiling and a good matchup against like a lot of decks. So and even if like if you XYZ Encore their Rongo, they have more monsters on the board, so it makes the OTK or FTK even easier. So yeah.
They make Rongo?
No,
No,
the other
no,
yeah,
against
general-
Rongo.
wow, gotcha. Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Cyber Dragon because it's my favorite deck ever because it's good and it helps. No, it's been showing up a lot recently because of all the new support it's got. It helps the deck a lot. Back when Goku was at full power, you could 2-card out the extra link, which was cool.
Back in the day.
So
Back when
Cyber Dragon. Oh,
back
that
when
was what you
Construct
licked.
was unbanned.
Hello, Chimera Tech.
So yeah, Cyber Dragon's been in there. The last YCS, I believe, it got the same amount of tops as Thunder Dragon. So
got
I've
two
actually,
tops,
I've
Thunder
actually
Dragon
seen
got
a
two
lot
tops.
of Cyber Dragon players over the last while. It's actually, I don't know, did they get new support?
People
Yeah,
really
it's
love
come
over
Right.
Zane. People love Zane. Oh my god.
And
Adam,
Adam?
what do you think?
You've all said my fucking picks.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like if we're going like rogue, I guess Trickstar's kind of rogue right now, and Trickstar could very easily sneak in. Very
Pure
easily.
Trickstar.
Pure Trickstar, I think. Pure Trickstar with like mind controls and like all that kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
It's really
yeah.
not like if you're playing Trickster without the Striker engine, you're gonna have a hard time. I feel I don't know.
Yeah.
I've played the deck for months now. I think the deck doesn't do as much as a lot of people hype it up to be. Like Droll Reincarnation isn't as consistent as people say. I don't think Reincarnation should have been. Well, okay, sore spot because it's degenerate when it happens, but it doesn't happen as often as people like to say it does, and the deck would not function with Reincarnation. So
Yeah. I think a lot of
It's-
people have
it's hard
figured
to
out how to
say.
play against it as well.
Mhm.
Like
it loses to Ash. I
Yeah.
mean, like what like.
yeah.
Droll stops you, Ash. Like you play a lot of hand traps, but hand traps also fuck you as equally as the
Yeah.
amount you play. Like unlike BA that can run a million hand traps and hand traps just don't affect them whatsoever. So
Shout out to Adam Leonard.
What? Why?
The guy who actually topped with the
yeah. He doesn't even remember.
Ow.
I think I was gonna say something but I forget. Never mind.
I think nothing
Thoughts
actually.
on-
No, it's starting to make a lot of sense that like he was using the laptop microphone.
Oh,
now.
yeah,
He's
100%.
gonna turn around now. Actually, guys, this wasn't recording. Let's go back again.
Thoughts on Cosmo?
I think it's like
I
they
think it's
ju-
quite cool.
they just it was what semi-limited. They brought it back to unlimited. It's not really
I
gonna
think
be
a lot of
huge
people would
thing.
be hyped to play Cosmo again because it's a fan favorite deck. Like it was tier 1 like when it came out. It's a fun deck. It's a cool deck. It's a cheap deck, which I think
Yeah.
a lot of people like would be drawn towards it if they're just one like. But then again, people going to a YCS are they going to be playing a deck that they know won't perform super well against a lot of the meta picks.
Well, if I was going, yes.
To be fair, it's almost at full power. Like
It also
except-
does really well
except for
against
Italy.
Striker.
Without 3 Italy, it won't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't think like Altergeist or Striker find it hard to deal with
Palio.
Dark Destroyer anyway.
Palio.
Just left arm for Telly. Simple.
Who needs all your fucking ships?
Just okay, you bring him back anyway.
I have one pilot, it's enough.
Summon the fire girl.
Cosmo Win Can.
Hell yeah.
In 2016, yeah.
I always think it's nice that when Konami tries to bring the effort back to like bring back fan favorite decks like that. Another big problem with what they did with this ban list, where they have the opportunity to bring back one of the most loved decks in the game's history with Shadal, and they skipped the opportunity. I found.
So informed by this discussion with the best decks at Milan, what do you guys think that the best hand traps would be moving forward?
I think that the gamma and stuff.
Gamma's very good. Gamma's always been
Yeah.
kind of, well, I wouldn't say underlooked, but maybe underplayed.
I hate Gamma as much as I love it because it's as likely to just completely brick you as it is to win you the game. I feel like when I see Gamma, I either win or lose because like you can draw Gamma with a lot of monsters,
Yeah.
and that you can't fucking anything with that, or you can draw a driver and you do nothing with that.
Yeah, but I have this unique style of play where I play very bad decks and my board gets broken a lot. So Gamma's always in play with me. I like Gamma.
Gamma's
Sure, earlier on I
That
was
was a
playing. I
really
was
good
playing Lenny, and it was like I had what did I have? Saryuja. I had
Saryuja, Minerva, 2 Snows and a Giant Rex or something.
yeah, and I got rid of my own board. I don't even know what I was doing.
You
like,
linked it all away for something.
and you ghost ogred it.
I think
Or
so.
something.
Yeah.
I
Something
don't know,
happened.
it's just
Anyway. Something
ridiculous.
happened to your board. I
Yeah.
think I struck your. I
Then
struck
my
your
Gamma
table.
was live again, so
Gamma is simultaneously, I think, the worst and the best hand trap. in
I know
the
what you
right
did.
now.
I know what you did. You made a bar load and I went strike.
oh yeah.
You were like shite.
So like, if we're gonna talk about the best hand traps, we got like you have to bring up the best decks. As Adam said, it's gonna be very much a triangle format with Thunder Dragon, Geist and Sky Striker. So like Adam, you've played Altergeist for a while. You also played Sky Striker for a while. So like in your opinion, what hand traps hurt the decks the most?
Altergeist Ash is very painful on person swooping because you lose a card for nothing. Protocol is a bit busted, so if they can get the protocol fairly fastish, there's not really many hand traps that do anything. Because the amount of people that I've had just go like, I'll protocol face up and I'll go multi-figure effect and go Ash. They'll be like, all right, whatever you want. Like, you can still use it. It won't do anything. So it's Ash is painful some of the time. Droll does literally nothing. Ogre is painful as well because under your continuous traps, it can just hurt. Like if you go like protocol negate or you go swooping search and they ogre it, you just don't get anything out of it. You just nag for like no reason. Striker is interesting. I think Droll is probably the hand trap person the most, which is funny because Thunder Dragon are just make a Droll on legs that's protected, and Sky Striker don't really lose to that many hand traps too hard. Ogre on multi-roll is owie ow ow sometimes, depending on how they open.
Brilliant description.
Does multi-roll get its effect if it's sent to grave that the turn it's used?
No, it doesn't.
No,
It can't resolve.
Okay, cool.
The effect to send the fields, by the way, to make your shit all like unrespondable is good, but like if they
It
actually
just doesn't make everything spell seed 4. It's insane.
it's spell good judgment, like, but it's not that spell good judgment's the other effect, but whatever. And it's like Striker's a really fucked deck. Like,
Against strikers, you probably cherries would probably like if
No, Tracer's
Because you got 3 link monsters you continuously going into. So
yeah.
if they have a ray, like the only monster they have on board is either a token or a ray, and like
And they can just tag out the ray.
they can just tag the ray.
Oh,
out
I
and
guess actually
Yeah,
forgot about that.
So it's like, but the thing is, cherry reveals in resolution. So if they tag out into something, you can just reveal the other one, which is like it's kind of alright, I guess.
But even at that, like it
can
affects how they
disrupt
play the
them,
game.
yeah.
So if you hit the Kagari, they lose a lot of their aggressive plays. If you hit the Shizuku, they lose a lot of their stally plays. But they're so good at both of those type of play that no matter what you hit, it just doesn't do anything. Like,
Unless you're resolving multiple
Just
cards
make
per
Nat
round.
Beast all the time.
That's easy.
Computer says
Yeah,
no.
Then that beast just loses the Ghost Ogre.
The Kagari is the harshest hit in my opinion, but like they just
Yeah,
chain
definitely.
ray and just they chain ray and summon the Kagari, and you're not gonna cherry them for 2 Kagari. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly. And Oisín, you played Thunder Dragon probably the most out of everyone. What?
I think Adam's played it more.
I played a fair amount of Thunder Dragon.
I played a very small amount of Thunder Dragon. I've drawn some test hands and like this deck is shite, and then never played it again.
Yeah, and then Adam uses it and draws absolute gold.
Yeah,
So Thunder Dragon?
Thunder Dragon's interesting as well. Thunder Dragon, it's like they're all just protected forever, and they're all big fuck off mistakes on legs. Other than, I mean, there's the really big one that's like a free pop, but he also misses timing, which is really funny. Like if you chain anything to the effect in hand, he misses timing, he doesn't pop anything, which is
This
funny.
Titan you're talking
It's Titan, yeah. Colossus is there's a 2-card combo with Batteryman Solar and Goldsark that ends on either triple Colossus or double Colossus and Titan, which is a bit fucking mental. Because you go Goldsark, then Dragon Roar or Dragon Dark, then you normal your Dragon. What the fuck am I saying?
about. Normal summon rats or birds.
Okay, right. You send Dragon Dark.
Bring back Shadal Concert.
You send Dragon Dark, search Dragon Hawk. Normal Batteryman Solar, send Dragon Roar. You hawk the roar back, make the Kaminari Linky Boy, and then the.
What?
He's just
There's
saying
some
random
similar-
words
like,
now.
I'm explaining-
Summer, yeah.
I'm explaining a combo, okay, and then you make.
You're explaining a combo on a podcast,
You use the. Yeah, you make it fair point.
and you're using hand gestures.
Yeah.
For all the viewers at home who can't see this, Adam is just gesturing in the air and saying random words.
You know what? I've dug a hole now. I may as well dig deeper to get out of the hole.
I'm called by the grave on you. Back to your life.
Anyway, you make so much.
I love the silence
Anyway.
after that joke.
Impermanence is good against Thunder Dragons.
Yeah.
Influence is very good. So what do you think about Magical Midbreaker? Do you think Magical Midbreaker was to be used? Because that is very dependent on what hand traps.
He's choking on his own bullshit.
I'm sorry, listeners.
For those of you who can't see, which is everyone, Adam just took the fattest bong hit, or fucking no, vape hit.
Yeah, just so.
No, we do not do drugs.
Is that a weed?
I'm
No,
going.
that's a crayon.
Exactly one marijuana.
He just took
please.
the fattest vape hit, rolled his head back to exhale it, and just shoved completely. So yeah, the cards, the hand traps that would be played is dependent on whether Midbreaker would be good or not. Because if Midbreaker won't be played, cards like Ghost Ogre and Effect Failure won't be that good.
What does Midbreaker do again?
It stops targeting.
Stops
pretty much.
destroying
Okay.
and targeting in the main phase.
In the main phase one.
If you think about how much
that's
people are
alright.
going to be scared coming into Milan, like that, like if people are playing combo decks and now the firewall isn't a thing, like their consistency has been hit, and they don't want their decks to be even more fragile than they kind of already are. So like they're going to be playing 3 Call by the Grave, and the chances of people playing Midbreaker are really going to be quite strong.
Midbreaker will be a side card, like at least I'd say in the combo
Yeah.
decks.
I wouldn't be surprised to see most people's side decks is just hand traps and like. Well, I know Cult by the Grave technically is a
Hand
hand
traps
trap.
and like
And
buff
Trap
clips.
Twister, Reboot, and
Yeah.
Pancratox.
And like buff
Yeah.
and like buff clips and like ecstasy encore, depending how scared you are of Thunder Dragon or
Yeah.
I was watching
Yeah.
a deck profile, I think it was from Jeff Jones, and he was saying he played.
shout out Jeff Jones.
Shout out Jeff Jones. If you're listening, I know you are.
Oh, hail the god.
he played like 11
Shout out
hand
to
traps in the
my
main deck.
friends.
He played like 11 hand traps in the main deck, and he said like the reason he played 11 hand traps is because you have an 80% chance to see one, and this was like an FTK format, so you needed to see one. But like just like thinking of a format where you had to play like 11 hand traps in the main deck is insane, and I'm just so glad we don't have that now. But I think I'm just so glad that people can side their hand traps now instead of
Yeah.
maining them.
Hand traps just hurt consistency for a lot of decks.
Yeah.
Like, because like you'll open hands like 3 hand traps and like nothing, and it's like it's gashed. Like you'll open like a shite hand because you've opened so many hand traps because you're so scared of other decks being unstoppable without hand traps.
But you can set an 1800 monster and Trickster can't beat over it.
But none of the Altergeists are bigger than 1700.
This is why I'm saying play Holly Angel
Yeah.
and Trickstar. It's fine.
Normal summon Garnet pass.
They're like, fuck, what to do now?
Yeah.
Cherries, what's the real thing?
Trickstar Machine.
Cherries
Rogue.
is like
I like Cherries. I think Cherries is a good
Yeah,
card.
Cherries
but,
is
um,
impactful,
it's it depends. Like I don't think there's that many decks at the moment that have space in their extra deck for all the targets.
Cherries
I
is
think that's a
weird
big
because if
problem.
Cherries the Colossus, it doesn't matter because they just go Thunder Dragon Fusion, shuffle them all away, summon one of them.
Yeah, but
Summon
what
Titan.
what are you going to be playing that you have Colossus in your extra deck?
Thunder
Like
Dragon.
for to Cherry. For Cherries. Like.
Altogether, maybe, but that matchup's free anyway. So
Yeah.
it doesn't need to.
Cherries just have 4 cards there.
Cherries,
Oh, I
Trickster
guess.
have a lot of extra deck space. Well, it depends on if.
Cherries
Actually, no,
doesn't-
they don't. That is a lot of shit. They need like 5 spots for scapegoat. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Cherries doesn't do enough to Sky Strikers, doesn't do enough to Thunder Dragon, doesn't do anything to Altergeist at all. It's like Cherries my Hexty, it's like, oh no, I guess I'll just
Cherries link.
slowly kill you.
You could cherries and cream.
You could Cherries Link Rebo, but like, whatever.
Big clown.
Like, why would you do that?
Like, it's just,
Yeah. That seems like such a waste.
If Link Rebo as a Cherries target, then what's wrong with you? Like, but it doesn't do it, like Rongo as well. If you Cherries the Rongo, they just Gumbar you for 4 instead, or for 6 or whatever.
Or
And
else
if you
they
Cherries-
set like 2 Fog Blades and Gumlar.
I
if
feel-
you
I feel
Cherries the
like
Gumbar, they Rongo you. So it's like,
Yeah, it's like no deck at the moment really focuses on one specific like monster.
You have
Or
Summon
extra
Sorcerers.
monster.
You have Summon Sorcerers as the linchpin of a lot of these combo decks, but
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how well they can play around.
I think I'd play as old as a Cherry target over Summon Sword.
Yeah, actually, it's such a good starter. Results insane.
Well, like, do you think? I think a lot of people are going to be playing summon sorcerers in just like everything now. I mean,
Yeah.
it works well in Cyber Dragon. It works well in ABC. It works well in.
It's very generic. Like,
It is
it's-
extremely
so
generic, and it's like.
so
it-
fucked.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people like you're gonna see summon sword on a lot more decks than you see as old.
But see,
But is that really gonna matter at the lower tables?
Mm.
Probably not.
Ogre and
Mm.
Summon Sword does the same job as Cherries does.
Yeah.
So Cherry it doesn't really matter. So you just play Ogre instead. You ogre the Summon Sword. It's like they don't get summon because someone to his own points to. So it
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
exactly. Yeah.
And even decks that play lots of different like types of monsters, like some sort requires 2 monsters with the same type. So-
Crusadia says no.
No, but like even Crusadia can make Summon Sork with Reproducus.
Yeah.
Just
That's
makes
true.
everything Summon Sword.
Yeah.
Because that's everything makes Summon Sword.
Yeah.
Which is
It's insane.
mad.
It's
just
insane.
brilliant fusion. Or like go through your Predaplant stuff. So like Scorpio, then into
Cobra.
Cobra, and then make Riplodonkus, and then
Mm.
just whatever you make send off brilliant fusion. Like if you send
Trick.
damage juggler,
Yeah.
then add hat trigger. Put out your hat trigger before you make Riplodonkus, and then
I think Milan would be very
Summon Sork.
interesting. I think it's either going to be really, really good, or just complete trash.
It's just gonna. It's either gonna like bring us into a new period of when we're like excited to playing a format, or it's gonna make us realize again that fuck, we're just
Yeah.
playing the same stale format we've been playing for months now.
It depends how good Gumbar is. Like it's like if you lose the die roll, you may as well just take 6 cards from the top of your deck and put them in your graveyard.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
want a format like that.
bring back Lightsword.
Just play Danger and pop the gun there. XD. Then they make service and you lose. BA is a shout as well, but BA is like a weird shout because BA is like very rogue
It
and
depends
like
on the the player as well.
It depends on how skilled the player is.
It has a high skill cap.
Like, I'll put money on fucking Tombo's doing something with BA at Milan because he fucking always does
So
something.
you put money on him at like every event.
Yeah.
Literally, he'll just top with BA fucking somehow.
If you
Like,
consistently put
Yeah.
money on Thomas Rose to top, you would be a very wealthy man.
Yeah.
But BA is weird because BA doesn't like Alterist at all, but it doesn't care about Thunder Dragon really, and doesn't really care about Skytracker that much either because they just kaiju the Link Monster to leave it
Yeah,
there.
you just kaiju them and Trisvania them.
Yeah, you just kaiju them to make your Spain and then all their back row's gone. They've like a few cards in hand, they've no Link Monster, you can probably just OTK them from there like.
But another thing is people say like the Altergeist match for BA is like impossible and unwinnable. But like if you get Hydrolander and if you side correctly with Twin Twisters and Reboots, it actually makes the matchup a lot more favourable for BA.
It's not unwinnable, but it's definitely the most difficult matchup.
Like no matchup this format, well unless you're playing something that stops you from playing, is unwinnable, which I think is quite good because sure Striker get fucked by like Thunder Dragon a lot. It's not like
You can't
can't
win. Yeah.
do anything. Like you still have a chance of, if you're a good enough player, you can find ways to play through stuff.
Yeah.
BA's in a really interesting spot as well because it had so much innovation with the additions of Gallus, the additions of Mali and Sokius,
Sokius,
Hard Make
Sekka's Light.
Beatrice, Sekka's Light.
Second Light was the
and
biggest thing that's ever happened
Mm.
for a
yeah.
long time.
It went through such a huge revolution, but now we're in a place where after the Banlist, they're like 2 steps forward, 1 step back because we lost Mali.
Yeah.
Mali's the 2 now, so the consistency of that in BA is questionable.
Yeah, you can play it, but it's not as good to like link climb and still hard make your Beatrice.
And you've less chance to mill it as well. Is the thing.
That
So-
engine is probably gone, I would say. I wouldn't say they'd be running Mali Solkius anymore.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
just-
like me and Aiden were walking home today and we were talking and Aiden was talking about what he's like gonna do for Milan and he's just saying like is
Don't
it
give
even
away
worth-
tips. Don't give
is
it
it even
away.
worth,
Don't
like-
give it away.
Is it even worth playing Mali anymore just because he said like you even said yourself like that Mali gave the deck such a massive power spike.
It gave it like
To be fair
huge
as well,
power
like-
ceiling because you just like linked off, like you just picked away the board and then made a Borosword.
If you're an
It was
absolute
like a
madlad as well,
Hydrolander.
if you're absolute mad, you can make a solve with Dante and Mali and just search BLS for next
That
turn.
is the thing people were doing. Like it doesn't give you that power play. Like
But at the same time as well, when it's at 2, if you draw 1, it's just useless.
you can discard. Yeah.
Yes,
There's not much you can do with
There
If
it.
you draw
Like-
both of them, like
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Even if you draw one of them, it's kind of useful with 2 of them,
Well, if you draw one, you can discard off a nightmare or something.
I guess.
Okay, so I'm a big nerd, and I just calculated. So if you make Dante right with 35 cards left in deck, and you activate Dante to mill 3, you have a 25% chance of milling Mali if you have 3 of them in deck. But now with 2 Malis in deck, you have only a 16% chance to hit it. That's a big,
Yeah, it's a big consistency
difference.
card.
That's a 10% less chance to hit Mali.
What are your chances of making Dante with 35 left in deck?
No, he's already made Dante. He just milled.
You should just make
You
Dante.
should be making Dante with your opening hand.
That's
Yeah.
35 cards left in deck is your opening hand. You always make
Yeah.
Dante turn 1.
Check it with 34 because
With
I
34.
think most the lists are going to stack them.
Oh, I guess, yeah,
You draw
sorry.
6
Make it
cards.
and then mill. No,
Yeah, then
after
mill.
you milled. I was like, why would you be playing 43 cards?
So if you have 34 cards in deck, you have a 17% chance to mill Mali when it's at 2. That doesn't seem right. That's higher.
Yeah,
oh,
what-
because it's less cards, so 70%
Yeah.
chance. And then if you have 3, then you have a 24 again percent chance.
So
to hit it.
it's a what, a 7% loss.
But yeah, that's an extra one. So you get an extra 1% by going second chance to hit
Yeah.
Mali. So you really gotta dig deep and hope to hit Mali. And if you have your Hydralanders and stuff and you're everything more, you're gonna get there. But
Hydrolander is such a good card.
it's insane.
It's cool.
Like
Good
hard
solid.
making Beatrice is insane, but playing those cards in your deck, is it worth the trade off to be able to make the Beatrice? Like it's really up to the player.
Yeah,
It depends how comfortable they are with their combo skills. Like, if they're confident enough to.
It's not
like,
combo skills. It's
Well,
how,
not
how
combos.
randomness.
Yeah.
It's how confident you are that you'll mill this card. Really, I mean, you can dump it
If you're RN Jesus, you're fine.
with. Can you make yours and just dump it?
Oh yeah, you can, but
But why?
Or if you get you wouldn't play Foolish Spur or anything.
it's harder to make curious now.
You have to mill it. It's kind of shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't play any other spells. What's it, Seconds Light?
Second Light,
It's like his light is the only spell you can play.
You can
Yeah.
side in like
You can-
card destruction if you really want.
Or like what you did where you cited in card destruction and forgot to cite out seconds.
No, that was the other time. That was when I put in I put in Twisters and Reboot and
Oh, that
forgot to
was
side
it,
out Sackers.
You've done that a few times.
Yeah, I've done it quite a bit. I've learned.
Slide out this card that's dead.
Big learning process.
It actually didn't hinder me at all, which is the funny thing. I never drew either. Like,
Because his opponent had no hands.
You lucky man. You're a lucky man. You are orange.
Catch
Jesus.
both hands. So okay, so does anyone else have anything to say about Banlist or cards that could be good or oh wow, Jim's just drawn a hand of 2 Brilliant Fusion, Call by the Grave, Monster Reborn, and Soul Charge. Lit. At least your Brilliant Fusion.
No, use Brilliant Fusion, then Soul Charge the Garnet.
Then you'll beat Trickstar.
Okay, anyone have anything else they want to add
To the
I
balance.
just-
about the Banlist?
I just want to see more like of the meta hit in a meaningful way, so that
That's
people
just
are
because you like
forced forced to like get more creative with all the other cards, because it's kind of a bit boring when it's like, oh, I'm going in a match against like Sky Striker or BA. It's like, oh, I'm gonna lose, like, because I'm not playing the meta.
No, I really
Like,
disagree.
I just want to see more creativity in it, because there is a lot of potential.
Yeah,
I think the meta is the product of a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
like in the
I-
last.
But then when you
YCS,
look at
we
Striker,
seen
it's just like one archetype.
Sorry,
It's
use
just
your
gone.
turbo deck. That was really cool.
The Sorry
Yeah.
Use Your Turbo deck
Yeah.
was
It's
really
insane.
cool. I think that's the pinnacle of creativity in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
he did that. There was no other list out there that was like that. Like everyone wanted that deck list when they saw it in that feature match. Like, it was so cool.
It's crazy.
but I don't think it's fair to say that more meta needs to be hit, because I think a lot of fun, and personally anyway, a lot of fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is playing a deck that's like completely not meta. Like I love playing Fluffles, Frifers, and to beat like Sky Strikers with Fluffles, like it's probably not going to happen, but when it does, like
Feels great.
it's absolutely amazing.
There is
Like,
part of that.
even if you win one game, like
My one wish for the Banlist is that Konami starts bringing back decks that everyone used to love playing, but not so much that it will ruin what made people love things about that deck in the
Yeah.
first place. Like bring back Necros to a certain degree, but don't make people hate Necros anymore.
Yeah.
See,
Make it-
the thing is, can they bring back these decks with all the new support and stuff, like with like the incantations for Necros?
especially
you know, like
I mean, if they don't bring back the Gins and Emptiness, they probably can.
yeah, like the Jins is what kind of fucked Necros. I mean, but not just using Necros as an example. We're not
Yeah.
a bunch of Necros fanboys over here, but
Summon Trisha.
Trisha's a great card.
OG Trish.
Alright, moving on. I got some fun stuff. Let's make a ban list.
To make a balance.
Let's make a ban list.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
Yeah, should all construct off.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
for fuck off.
Unlimited.
Yeah. Actually, you get to play for them, like Paulie
unlock the shop.
Level leader.
So let's go
Let's
around.
actually pick a card
on.
off
Yeah,
the.
so-
Let's do it as pick a card off the
Wait,
ban list each, and
is
then
this
card
like-
on it.
We'll go around the table. We'll each pick a card to ban, pick a card to limit, and pick a card to release for
Is
the
this
ban
a
list.
personal thing, or is this a thing that you want to improve? Like
It can be
you want
either,
to-
I'd say.
Yeah, it can be either. It's up to you.
Okay.
So Robbie, do you want to start us off? So
Oh
what
no,
card?
boy, give me like 2
Okay, okay.
minutes.
Okay. I'll
What
start
card
and
do you
go
wanna
around
ban?
that way. I'm
Get
actually
the Banlist up there.
Okay, pull it up.
Pull it up.
Okay.
Josh.
So my heart says El Shaddai Construct, but I really love Grass as well. I just think it's Grass is such a funny card. Like if Construct came back,
You
like,
can bring
okay,
cards
I
back,
can
you can
play.
say
Like,
1, 2,
you can
3.
play like with Construct, but with Grass, like it's just so funny. Like just like milling 21 cards to your graveyard. I mean, like snow. I'd say Grass. I'd just bring Grass back, even just a 1. Like, but tree would just be pointless, because if you grassed and then drew a grass, you'd just be like, the hell. So I'd take Grass off.
So we'll limit grass. Right?
Yeah, I'd limit Grass.
So grass is limited. What do you want to ban?
For ban.
Firewall.
We've
So
gone
the-
back in time.
The current format is the current ban list stands.
God.
So there's no
I
bullshit
don't
starting
know.
from scratch. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, it's a tough one. What just came off it?
Dark Destroyer. Ban Dark
There we
Destroyer.
go.
Ban Assault Core.
Why?
People would scream.
Can you imagine they brought A back to 3 and then the next Banlist they banned?
I think
it?
Imperial. I'd actually I'd ban Imperial Order. I think that card's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
like that's imagine like just having there's actually a lot of cards that do that, and there's Royal Decree as well, but that's not really as mainstream. I was about to go on a rant about. Imagine if you weren't able to play trap cards. Or something. Oh wait, I side 3 Royal Decree. So
So what would you bring back to 3 then, James?
well, I'd bring back the tree.
Yeah.
El Shaddai Constructs.
Of course. Alright, so we have Imperial Order banned, Grass Limited, and Construct released.
Are we doing semi-limited, or we just skip that?
No, we're just.
Yeah.
Semi-limited doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Fuck out the semi-limited.
Yeah, who cares about your semi?
Right, so my unlimit is very, very obvious, and it's Heavy Metal plus Electromite,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I'm so sad that he gets ogred and I lose. I just want to be able to play him again, please, Konami, please. I'll do anything just to have him back. Ban, I want like 4 different cards banned. I want like Armageddon Light banned, I want Gumblar banned, I want both of the Soul Fusion promos banned before they're even out. I want Summon Sword and Space Connector both banned now. They won't get banned yet, which is sad.
Alright, slow down, Kobo. Pick one.
Okay, Gumblar, because it's actually out.
Yeah, it's insane.
To 1.
Like, who the fuck prints a card that says discard 2 cards from your opponent's hand and thinks that will be paid fair? It's Delinquent Duo!
Yeah, it's still a good do on things.
Yeah,
Except
I
it
forgot
takes
about that
more
card.
sense, so people can justify that you got to put a lot of
It's
resources
also
into
like
Gumbler.
it's searchable kind of like because it's in your extra deck.
Yeah.
So
Just to fucking annoy people, I would want, like, Mirage of Nightmare at 1, just to
Oh, what?
Adam.
I don't actually want this in the game.
Adam just wants to go up to Konami and set the building on fire.
I
That's
just
all he
want
wants
to
to fucking
fucking
do.
burn, to be honest. Limited is interesting. Yeah, Pot Agreed, yeah, that one.
Really?
I'm currently looking, no, not actually. I'm looking at the ban list right now and I'm trying to figure out what to limit, and I have no idea. Like, looking at the forbidden list, like, Astrograph.
Astro, yeah.
Yeah, you have your heart on for pensions, that's true.
Yeah.
Excuse you, I just want to make election money and not lose when he gets ogred.
What about you, Mike? What do you think?
Ban super personal. Droll. I hate the card.
Really?
You
I-
play it.
I play it. I play it because I play Tricksters and it's necessary evil in the deck. I think Droll has the same problem as Maxi. This is probably gonna get me a lot of flack. Like, people hated Maxi because it forced you to stop your turn. In my opinion, I think Droll kind of does the same thing. Whereas Maxi, people drop it on you. You gotta decide: do I want to build my board while also giving my opponent resources, or do I want to stop and then hope my opponent open ass? Or with Droll, you don't get that choice. Your turn just ends if you're playing a deck like ABC, Trickster, Striker. Like, your turn ends. You don't get the choice if you want to play on and give your opponent the extra resources. So I think if you're wanting to have Maxi still banned for the reason that it stops turns, I think Droll should be kind of viewed in the same kind of light.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if everyone else feels the same way about that, but yeah, Droll banned.
The way you explained it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
I didn't agree with you at the start, but
You've won us over, man.
yeah.
Yet again.
Well, you've won me over. That's not that hard.
At 3, at 3 is a tough choice. Give a look at the list. Jesus, there's a lot.
There are a lot of cards.
Okay, I'll talk about my limited first because I have no idea what I want for 3. Limited, sure.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I've had a hard on for Ritual decks recently and I want to play Necros. So yeah, bring back Shurit, please.
Siding
The
debargers.
deck won't do anything. And at 3, Masterpiece. Bring him back. I didn't get to play Draco when he was free.
I think you have more of a chance of building a time machine than getting
Okay,
him put back to tree.
if not Masterpiece, then like
You can say
Dynamite.
masterpiece.
Yeah, you can say masterpiece.
Yeah,
like,
say Masterpiece
yeah.
and then like a side one Dynamite. I want Draco to be more good than
Aiden, what do you think?
right, so I want Engage to be limited.
Fair.
Wow, that kills the deck.
We have Gumbler banned, right? Actually, no.
Yeah, we have Gumbler banned.
Scratch that limiting on Engage.
Yeah?
We're gonna limit multi-roll because it doesn't kill the deck, but
That hurts it.
it hurts it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's a lot, yeah.
That's good.
We're going to release Lab Leader because he's my boy.
yeah,
And
he's done a lot of time.
for ban,
Just on 10 months.
I would say Gumbler, but Adam has already got that. So
XD.
for the ban,
Castel, he's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Shuffle away.
Sign on or
Wind up Zenmeister.
I feel like we may as well just ban Soul Charge. Like,
Yeah, it's so sacky.
That's happening at some point.
I think it's one of the sackiest one-ofs. I think this is my big gripe with one-ofs. They always end up just being sacky.
I love it. I
You do
love
love your sacky.
You love your.
I love.
your Dark
Look,
Soul.
it's right here. I do actually. They're cards I play a lot and like
Side
shit
note, actually,
decks.
does anyone think wind-ups would actually do anything if you ban
Yes.
Zen Mighty? Or unban Zen Mighty?
Yes.
Yeah, you think?
They have hand loops.
But with one,
I think they have
If you just unbans in Mighty,
yeah, if you just like bring it to 1, like, what do you think?
I have zero idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know enough about the deck. I just know.
Let's move on. Nah.
Yeah.
Oisín, what's your choices?
This is a tough one. So I think See, you freed Draco, so that makes me happy.
I got you, boy.
You got me, man.
Free masterpiece.
I've got Lightstorm Stalls going.
Probably, I think for release, I'd.
Start gobbling.
Oh man, imagine.
No.
No,
Very bold.
change
very
your
bold.
heart. Change your heart to
37
tree.
deck for you.
Very bold. No.
I think we'd have to release. Oh, where's it gone? I saw a card there and I was like, yeah, that's definite. Yeah, Book of Moon. I think we have to release Book of Moon.
Book of Moon's
Yeah,
good,
that's-
especially with Link
that's
Monster
a card.
I keep forgetting it's on the ban list.
Shouldn't be
I'm
one,
like,
right?
why does it exist? on
Yeah.
the ban list still?
Limit. I think I limit Tribe.
Yeah. Good call.
Oh,
What's
no,
Tribe?
No.
Tribe
Tribe
affecting
affecting
virus.
Oh, sorry.
Tribe is too good.
You think?
I don't
It's
think so.
enormous though. Well, it's like
It's a normal summon where you
special.
discard a card and you destroy a board. And Cerberus just says no to destroying boards.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
lots
that
of
they could
ways
bring
to-
it to one and try it like. You
And
know,
there's
there's
hella floaty cards. I mean,
Try
you've got like
players.
VA floats. That Tribe doesn't do anything to Thunder Dragon because it destroys, right? It doesn't send a card.
Yeah,
It
just
destroys,
text.
yeah.
Text.
So
Doesn't do
it
anything to-
doesn't do much to Striker because Striker just got their resources
Just got
back.
the Ray back.
It doesn't do anything to Draco, even going into like meta.
It does. It
rogue
also
decks.
destroy monsters, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the whole thing about it not being once per turn, like you're negging yourself if you're not like if you're trying to target.
Well,
things
I
out.
mean, you have cards like the Phoenix Blade.
Imagine how fucked
Oh,
it would be
also,
with
yeah,
dangers
that's
and
very-
stuff though.
Yeah.
Discard a danger.
it has the possibility of
special
being
danger.
fucked, but like bring it to one.
Discard Phoenix Blade. Just bring it back.
Wait and see for memes and see what happens.
Give it a look. Yeah, like, try it out. Do what they do with Monster Reborn. Like, just everyone thought that'd fuck the format. It did nothing. Well, it didn't do nothing.
Snatch Steal Time XD.
I think for ban, Hedwig Zodia. Just the head.
How oddly specific of you.
Swordy Zodiac.
No,
That's
make
me.
it better. Just ban the left arm.
Just the left
Just
arm.
the left arm.
But
Never
the
will work.
Then they can make a new card. This is prosthetic.
right prosthetic and with the forbidden one.
Yeah.
Release Dong of the Forbidden.
The thing is that the
And it's
vanillas are
just-
played though.
What's that
It-
card? And it's just a giant
match.
penis.
Raging Earth.
Yeah, raging earth. It has raging in the title as well. I've got a
the
raging
vanillas are
earth.
Who is it has on this binder? He has like the Exodia piece and then a Raging Earth in the
I
middle.
know who you're talking about.
That's amazing.
I've seen
Oh, it's
that.
Cormac. It's Cormac. Cormac is like the full Exodia piece and then Raging Earth in the bottom is his cock.
Which Bearded Cormac
No,
or
Cormac Adams.
Cormac Adams.
I think. I could be wrong.
That's so.
Please
funny.
don't be wrong. That would be stupid.
I think for ban, I would have to hit either Scapegoat or what was it? There was
Scapegoat's a good call.
You really think Scapegoat?
To be honest, I would
Scapegoat
do the
Armageddon
same. I
now.
was gonna call Limit.
Armageddon, that's a good call.
Well, Armat 1 is really sacky, but it's not really that sacky because you can just search it with Rhoda or with
You just
Assault.
smash it off Assault.
Assault.
And if you do that, you get to summon it 3 times anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
than
Once
trade in
Trickster,
circulation, it's just
It's there.
there. Like,
Other
like
than
it's
Trickster,
not
what
really
deck
enormous
main
anymore,
Scapegoat?
but
Other than Trickster, what deck main Scapegoat though?
not really a lot.
Yeah,
but it's
true.
just like it's for going forward. The card is just so insane. It's literally okay. Summon 4 tokens that you can do whatever you want with.
But to be fair, the clause on it does kind of nerf it.
It does, yeah. That really sucks.
And the fact that you have to spend so much extra deck space. Like if Konami does ever go ahead with that thing, they're gonna, but they do increase the extra deck space, which definitely just won't happen.
that can
I got it. Ban Grinder Golem.
Grinder
It's
Golem?
so sacky.
It's
I've-
zero.
Has it seen any play?
Yeah,
I've
but
seen
once
some
once
play, but like not.
once we get security
Dragon.
guard, security dragon.
Yeah, sure,
then-
Garden. It's terrible.
yeah, but like once we see that, you can start like bouncing your
You bounce your grinder and
your
just
grinder
use it,
with like a Kashik and a security dragon and stuff like that. You can start looping it and it's just gonna become really really sacky.
Fair.
So just like for the future, I'd ban that.
With no firewall though, it might be weird. Because firewall was using that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's still like almost infinite like materials, or at least a lot of link materials
Yeah.
without the restrictions that Scapegoat gives you.
There's probably something stupid with Unicorn as well, like shuffling it away and searching it or something.
I don't think you can search it.
You can insert it. I mean, you can something
Who
shift
knows?
it away if you want.
Just because.
just because. Just want to fucking not.
Be gone.
You could probably make a U-Link board from a 2. No, yeah, I'd say a U-Link board with a 2-card combo with Grinder Golem if you hard draw it, I would say. I'm sure that exists.
I'm sure probably. Rombert.
Ooh, what have we got so far on Limit?
So the limited list we have Grass, Astro, Shurit, Multi-Roll, and Trap Infecting Virus.
Right, bring back Chaos Emperor, boy.
Ooh.
We
One
offered
or
it.
3.
Hmm?
1 or 3.
To 1. Because it is kind of fucked.
With the errata.
Is this with or other pre?
He got an errata, so he's just unplayable now.
What's he
I
doing?
wouldn't say he's not
unplayable. I'd say
I
you can
wouldn't
still
say
see
he's
play.
Cards and effects can't be active turn to use his effects, so like he needs setup to be summoned, so he
Okay,
can't.
pre-errata,
Effects
because
turn
that's
someone.
just stupid.
Pre-errata to 1.
Are you
Yes.
You do not know what you're saying.
No, purely because, right, it's such a silly card. And you will never see any play ever.
No,
But when
it's-
it comes up,
If it's errata.
If it's
think about
searchable.
it.
If it's pre-errata, that's scary, and I'm scared.
And it's chaos themed, so it'll be in like BA, it'll be in Thunder
and most
Dragon.
importantly, Blackluster Soldier.
And it's searchable. It's searchable.
have your heart on for real.
I
It's
do.
searchable off melody as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
What is that? I never even thought of that.
It's a strange thing.
I would bring it back purely because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
Just to watch people lose
James,
their
what did
shit.
you roll? James just rolled some dash accident.
I guess it's 7.
Do you know what? I don't even know where it's going.
I
It's
think
going
they're
to
like
shadow
under Adam
realm.
somewhere.
Goodbye.
Hello, dice.
He is Banlist.
You rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. That's
So-
not really great.
Fair.
So what would you ban, Robbie?
I'd probably ban
Drift
Arma,
gaming.
to be honest.
Bad trip.
Yeah.
Arma is already.
He's
Oh,
gonna
Oisín
he's
are
gonna
all-
ban
Arma's already
construct
banned.
just to piss me off.
Yeah, ban
They
Construct,
take it off
please.
and put it back on.
Right, so what would you ban, Robbie? Arma's not
Oh, it's such a hard choice, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff I would like to ban. That's purely because I'm trash.
You
Oh,
can say that again.
What would be a good ban, to be honest? That would really fuck play.
Really thinking hard. I can hear
I'm
the gears turning in
thinking
your head
hard.
here.
I'm thinking so hard.
Ban tour guide.
Fuck your mouth.
Ban Dante, can you imagine?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Bante, hashtag Bante 2019.
Can you
Hashtag
imagine?
Dante for president.
I'll ban you.
Yeah, which one?
Like there would be more uproar about Dante being banned than there was about Stratus coming back to 1. Like, Jesus.
I'll get you all banned if he gets banned. Fuck's sake.
Hold on, right. I'll go back on what I said. Limit Gumblar to 1.
Gomler's already been hit.
Is he already
Yeah.
hit?
He's already banned.
Yeah.
Oh.
You only
You
need.
only play one.
I know. I know.
Just in case they recover and have another
Just
6
because.
cards in their hand.
Lowered my fucking
Gumblar.
Gumblar.
What do now?
Better loop grinder go and make another one.
What am I gonna do?
Fuck it.
Mano Ovado. Fuck it. Ovado.
Limit your Senju Hamu 1.
Limit fire formation tank.
Oh, it's so hard. I
Limit
can actually
Farfetch.
pick something to ban.
Good poly to 1.
I don't think there's something I would ban. Like, I can't think of anything.
What decks do you hate the most?
What deck-
Thunder
I
Dragon
hate
or
Alter
Draco
Guys
or
so
Alter
much.
Guys?
You
Ban
hate
protocol.
Alter Guys.
You watch your
Ban
mouth.
Faker.
You watch your fucking
Ban
mouth.
Faker.
Alright?
Ban Baker.
Hashtag ban Faker.
You watch your mouth. Okay, I mean, fair. If I get
Okay, wait, no, you know what? I would ban one card from Alter Guys, and it's fucking Protocol, where it stops their effects being fucking interrupted, because that's fucking stupid.
I hate that card. It's another
It's
one
so
against Draco.
dumb. It's like, oh yeah, I draw multi-faker, normal summon, alright, now I have Protocol in field, now I just say no to everything you want to fucking do, and I just make my turns as normal. Like, no, this is not okay. This is not okay.
All I've learned from this exercise is that if we all worked at Konami, just us would top every single time. It'd be like,
That's just the one specific one I would have hit so hard. I'd semi-limit fucking World Legacy Succession, to be honest, because it is just a monster reborn.
That's a good
It's
card.
searchable.
It's a good card and it's searchable, so
And you don't play
semi-limit.
more
it.
than 2.
Yeah, but like no, I'd play.
There'd be a lot of happy Pendulum and Draco players who made a list. A lot of happy Pendulum and Draco players.
Yeah.
A few happy Necros players in the corner, like, wee!
Yeah.
Like I mean,
few
every
Synchro
deck,
players,
this,
Summon Colossus!
every deck in like this format runs links to a degree, apart from like Draco and potentially
From
Alter
Draco.
Guys really, but like
Oh, they play X, yeah.
yeah, they hate play Hextia, but like
Hextia
not
effect.
really.
Ah.
I think that hits like a lot of stuff. In a general sense, that if someone was using it, it just can make some dumb shit. You just get free material to make more shit.
What would you release, Robbie?
Release.
Jinzo.
the Kraken.
Jinzo release a ritual.
Hold on. What we got
Jinzo
banned,
to
that's
6.
Jinzo Jector. Release Jinzo Jector.
funny.
You have Max C. I should have banned Max C.
Isn't that
Let
the
me release
Gemini?
Max C.
Jinzo?
Shit.
Just yeah, shout out Darren Stevenson, just to have him scream again.
Actually nice.
From that one time when 3 of us met him.
On the gateway, I dare you.
From that time we played Jenga with Darren Stevenson.
With his feet.
With his feet.
That was great fun.
Probably it's someone saved Book of Moon already.
Just get
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah, something
yeah.
like that.
Solid
Just-
boy.
Regeki.
Oh no.
Rageki.
What is banned?
Quick fix.
Bring back Gus Kraken.
Gen X Ally Birdman.
I was
Why
looking
is that
at
on the list?
Stratos can come back.
I was thinking
Can
Ancient
he?
Fairy Dragon at one point. I was like,
Oh.
not for bringing
Without-
back like
without
completely
Jesus.
unlimited.
Without Firewall, it's probably
Yeah, it's probably okay.
relatively okay.
Like,
True.
Well,
But
they banned Goblin for a reason. Well,
Ban you.
I don't know.
I mean, what? Fairy Dragon gives you like
What
max 2k and then also gives you a field
ABC fucking love AFD and so do Spiral. They fucking love that card.
Well, what deck was it banned for?
It was banned for
There was an FTK. There was an FTK with it. That I think used Firewall. Funny enough.
Wow.
Wow,
Almost
what a
as if-
surprise.
It's almost as if it enabled degeneracy.
Wow.
Firewall enabled FTK.
Who would have known?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is that Teller Knight card still banned? Like,
What is it?
I actually forgot. I have a Tellarknight deck at home as well. I have all the banned decks like.
I found this in Terror
You play in that format.
Yeah.
You have all the decks that were good like 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
Actually, a side topic. Lithosagum to 1. What is it?
No. Very bold, very bold. No. Me like the extra deck. Because if you're going first, you can see what they play.
Doesn't
And
hurt
you
Draco.
Draco deck.
Okay, let's change the name of Yu-Gi-Oh to True Draco.
I don't want that because I have unlimited election right now, and that will just make election right go away forever.
Wasn't our team name for a while Team True Draco?
Yeah, because we all were gonna build Draco, and then none of us built Draco.
Apart from me.
Alright, Robbie, what's your release? Thought you said you had it. Come on.
Dark Hole.
Dark Hole.
Dark Hole. Who fucking plays it? Why is it like limited to 1? To be fair.
LMAO.
Oh, at the regional last week, some kid was playing 3 Dark Hole in his deck.
This guy is doing it right.
He used it 2 turns in a row and his opponent was just like, wait, what? and
you add it back?
he still won the game.
Did you summon D-Mock? Did you add it back?
Okay, so our list so far is so final list: Banned, Imperial Order, Topologic Gumbler Dragon, Gronin Lockbard, Soul Charge, Grinder Golem, and Undercrest Protocol. Limited, we have the Graphic Screener, we have Astrograph Sorcerer, Shirt Necros Guy, we have Sky Striker Multi.
Say his full title.
Yeah.
strategist of the Necros!
Don't disrespect him.
We have Targeting Virus, and we have Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy of the
End.
Released, we have Shadow Construct,
Yep.
Heavy Metal Foes Electromagnet.
Saints full name. L should all construct.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We have Masterpiece, we have Level Eater, Book of Moon, and Dark Hole.
Cool.
What decks are good?
Jesus.
Pendulum best deck!
Pendulum Draco, Necros, and everything that's
Lights,
super
orange,
apart
shit,
from
alls.
Alter decks.
Electromite Deflecto winning the game!
Draco will be insane.
Pendulum would be insane. Necros
60
would be
cards
fair
come
again.
back.
Alter guys would be fucked. 60 cards would be a thing again.
Draco would be.
Although Soul Charge gone would hurt the 60 cards as well.
Yeah,
I'd be so happy if they brought Electromite and Astrograph back. I could finally send Electromite. I could send Astrograph and Electromite and not be a fucking Mongo cunt and actually.
Yeah, I think Level Eater to 3 as well would be insane.
So fucked.
It would
We
probably
level.
be insane a wee bit, but Armageddon Knight's at 1, so it's not that
You
good.
can U-Link without Firewall. With
Yeah,
Level Eater.
but there's no Armageddon Knight, so you can't stand it.
Shut up, Aiden. He's not coming back. Okay.
Stop bringing back banned cards, you heck!
Yeah.
You guys did it too.
Bring back Level Eater and Firewall!
Aiden's just like, yeah, I want to bring that firewall.
Yeah.
For those of you that can't
Lenny
see,
regurgitates.
for those of you that can't see, Aiden has now left the room.
Yeah.
He's crying.
I think that's us more or less wrapped up.
Probably.
Yeah, so thanks everyone that listened, that made it to the 1 hour, 12-minute mark. Thank you for listening.
Can we stand for our national anthem?
Everyone stand.
Okay, everyone stand.
First of all, best of luck to Aiden Keen.
Let's look to Aiden Keen
Best
in
of luck.
YCS
And
Milan.
as
Thank
well, everyone
you.
else who's going,
Best of luck to
especially
everybody
Team Caribros.
Thanks everyone for listening and peace. Goodbye.
Jesus, the big man, who knows the uncle and Simon. Jesus, the big man, Jesus, the big man, who knows the uncle and Simon. Jesus, the big man, who knows the uncle and Simon. Jesus, the big man.
Just if you edit this, just fade that out, and that's the last fucking thing to be said.
Time to go eat a
Firewall.